Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to the weekly review special for week 2 in the 4th year of the Gaming Decathlon competition. This week brought in 4,431 points, up a small amount, about 50 points from last week's score of 4387. Always a good thing to have a new series started and yet still have the score go up instead of down. So that's a nice change. Best round still 46-48. Close. We're just 200 points behind that mark, but we're behind that mark. And we've got another new series that just started. It's not yet tabulated in the scores. It will be next week. The last one on the list, the oldest one, FS19 Valley Old Farm, 960 points. Go bye-bye. So we're going to drop by nearly 1,000 points next week. So expect a score of roughly 3,500. And maybe even worse, because Zero to Hero has a season ending. Women's Tour has a season ending. So there's another 300 points. That's 1,300 points that are wiping away. Of course, everything is going to score points and climb a little higher. Expect a score of maybe 32 to 3,500 next week. Current virtual best at 4,792. New title, so you can see that actual slight drop. Also making it happier that overall is higher. All-time virtual best is unchanged this week at 8,872. Break down the series individually. PCM 20, career mode 346 points. Making rapid progress. It's just July and we're just entering the second Grand Tour, Tour de France to be specific. We have definitely accumulated a lot of points through that previous Grand Tour where we claimed 4th place overall, hoping to crack the podium and maybe get 3rd place, but it could also be about a 4th place performance. We'll see who we're up against in the tour itself. It's going to be a shorter tour, fewer episodes. I've quickly discovered 10 sprint stages in the Tour de France. So just 11 stages to play out as we've gotten that underway with the first episode of it. All-rounder wrapped up last week. Done. Complete. I've already replaced that series. It's going to slide down this chart next week with the retired games, and in its place, a new PCM 20 series, which has been very popular in the first episode, at least, that's already posted. Second episode will be posted by the time you see this, and it's going to alternate days with the regular career mode series. It is another career mode. However, it's an experiment. I'm calling it Champions or Champions Experiment. And in this Champions Experiment, I have a team of just 14 riders, and the 14 riders all have the minimum attribute possible, 50s across the board. But they all have high potential, and I've opened their ceiling to where they could potentially hit an 85 in everything. Doesn't mean they will. The way career mode works is you only get 20 level ups, and most riders never even reach that 20th level up during their career. But with high potential, they might get there. But with 20 level ups, could they get to 85s in some attributes? Numerous attributes? Any? I don't know. That's why it's an experiment. We're going to be showcasing the database a little bit during that series, so you will get some screenshots or some cuts of parts of the database. And it's going to be meant for deeper discussion. And so if you haven't had a chance to check that one out yet, it's so far going very, very well and going according to plan. In the Women's Tour, 79 points. Season came to an end. Second season. It was a good season. It was a massive improvement from season 1, and that was despite the fact that nobody wanted to sign for us. We managed to go out and find a few decent young talents anyway, and the improvement was immediate. Now, heading into the 3rd season, well, same story. We still had no reputation, and so we were starting from scratch, and most riders were unwilling to sign with us. But we again signed a handful of high potential riders who were okay with their quality and will make us that much better. I think we'll pass 100 in Season 3, but I don't think we're going to blow it away. However, our couple top riders that we have already, Vanderpeet in particular, is developing very, very fast. So next season actually could go even better than just 100 points. FM21, new series, worst to first. Like the Zero to Hero is another experiment, like the new PCM 20 is an experiment. And in this one, it's kind of following the same premise as the PCM one. I have a team of worst current ability 1, with potential ability 200, so min-max, setting them up to train well, but also creating some complications where they're not just going to breeze through and upgrade rapidly. Our facilities, nothing. Our division, 10th tier. We've got a decent coach, but other than that, we've got a lot of work to do to come from nothing to something. Through that first season, we did pretty dang well. They have some good mental attributes with everything else being at minimum, and those mental attributes carried the team. And surprisingly, instead of getting blown away and only winning a few games, they actually won the league in that first season. Not total blowouts, and their lack of skill, their lack of speed shows, their lack of strength shows, their mental fortitude carried the day, and they've been promoted. So they're already making progress. Also, we're already making progress in the facilities, the youth facilities, my coaching license, all of those things are being upgraded into season number 2. So we have a very supportive board. 0 to hero, worst to first was 51 points. That's where we started. 0 to hero, we wrapped up another season. That was our 6th tier. So we're going from the National League North into the National League, into the top half of the 10 tiers that we started from, and then also into the point where you get down to single divisions in each tier. So we're hitting the big time and moving up, but it's very, very challenging and has been. We've gone 2 straight seasons without winning the title, but moving up through 2nd place. Empire of Sin, 652 points. Big progress. We now have enough rackets. So now we're going to start focusing on getting a large crew and wiping out the minor factions and the major factions. So the war is coming. In terms of the all-time virtual best, top 10 unchanged. The Viking Way was our active one. It ended up finishing at 2nd. But now that it's retired, we have no active games in the top 10. And we're seeing a lot of that these days, where kind of right at the end, you make the final push, you do what you need to do, and then you're done. And so it's hard to keep a game in the top 10 active for a long time. On the outside looking in, Empire of Sin jumps from just inside the top 20 to 13th place this week. So it's almost in the top 10. It's only 63 points shy. So it's pretty dang close. And considering we gained 100 and almost 40 points last week to this week, rate of progression suggests that we could be in the top 10 very soon. PCM 20 career mode drops from its 3-way tie in 15th to its 3-way tie in 16th as Empire of Sin moved above it. And now replacing the PCM 20 all-rounder, which has gone retired, is the FM 21 0 to hero as the next highest score. It moved up just 1 spot this week, but 238 points now for that one. That's a slow burner. It takes a long time. We've got to get up into really Premier League before we're going to see big scores start to emerge. That's going to do it for this review special, though. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Have a wonderful week, everybody, and I will see you next time. Be safe out there, and bye for now.